Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Nezzy's Place podcast, where truth lives. I am so thrilled that you are joining me this evening. Welcome to all my new listeners. Well, you guys know that this show focuses on real issues and topics and motivation, encouragement, and inspiration and positivity. So if you know someone that needs a positive push, please share the link. Well, our topic for tonight is when the lights go out. Okay, so tell me the truth. Did you tune in because you like the title? Well, it's totally not what you think, but I'm so glad I got you for about 10 or 15 minutes. So sit back and stay with me because I have some really good information to share with you. You know, at the end of the day, after you dealt with business, family, work, traffic, life's interruptions, frustrations, distractions, relationship problems, financial issues, what do you do? What do you do? For some of us, it's a vicious cycle. Maybe one particular aspect of one of the things I mentioned is something that's repeated on a daily basis. And for many people, it's just not fair because they would ask, when is this cycle going to stop? And when will I see the light at the end of the tunnel? You know, many of us, after a hectic day, we know how to distress. And when we are ready to rest, we do that. We rest. We snore, we sleep so well, and we wake up feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to conquer the world. But think about the percentage of people who just can't sleep. You know, when the lights go out for them, their thinking gets louder, and they start staring at the ceiling, because I know people who don't sleep because of fear, or maybe they just have so much on their mind. So when those lights go out, so should we mentally, but it's hard for some people. Sleep is so important because it helps to replenish and restore ourselves. It helps to aid us when we're sick and not feeling well. Sleep is essential, and we must learn not to only sleep, but rest, which is so major. When our minds are consumed by so many thoughts, we can't rest. We lay there staring at the ceiling, like I said, and watching show after show after show until we fall asleep. But then all of a sudden we wake up again. You know, this pattern is really unhealthy and it's dangerous. And we wake up feeling drained, lethargic, unfocused. Because I remember a while ago when I couldn't sleep. And I kept waking up at a certain time every day, every night. And I just wasn't able to get back to sleep. I would go to sleep and then all of a sudden I'd just wake up. And it was so annoying and baffling because if I went to sleep once, why was I having such a difficult problem right now? Did I have a lot on my mind? Was I stressed out? You know, was I thinking about bills? And it could have been, but it's hard to pinpoint what it was now. But I know it probably was one of those. I tried listening to music, white noise. I prayed. I put the TV on, turned it off, put it on again, and I just could not stay asleep. You know, I woke up with bags under my eyes. And, you know, when you wake up with bags, okay, concealer is a girl's best friend. It just is. And so I got up on this one particular day, did my makeup. I was tired, got my makeup on. So I thought, okay, I can make it through this day, get some coffee. So I get to work. You think you're looking all vibrant and awake, and it's that one person that will ask you, you look so tired today? Are you tired? And you're like, yeah, just a little bit. So I guess my appearance couldn't hide what I was really feeling because I was exhausted. Okay, really exhausted. So when the lights go out, we have to know how to shut it down. So whatever you need to do to clear your mind, find it. So that means creating a pattern change before bedtime. If you have a mate, spend time being intimate, chatting, find some things to relax each other, massage, or do something. You can read, listen to some soft music, but here's the trick. Don't pay bills before you go to sleep. Don't get in bed and with all your bills surrounding you with your Indian style leg cross and you got your book jotting things down. Don't do that. That's a bad habit because the last thing you think of before you go to sleep really stays in your subconscious. So you want to think of good things and you want to practice deep breathing. You want to kind of center yourself inside, kind of quiet yourself, pray and listen to some music and just do some deep breathing because that's important. And we're going to talk about how important deep breathing is, because we breathe shallow all day long, and we have to use those lungs because that's what they were given to us for. So you want to deep breathe, because when we do, it calms anxiety. So when you're feeling anxious and your breath speeds up, and when you start deep breathing, it becomes more steady. So, and deep breathing is also a natural painkiller. It relieves stress, promotes better blood flow, makes you more mindful of your body, and it increases energy. And deep abdominal breathing encourages full oxygen exchange. That is the benefit trade of incoming oxygen for outgoing carbon dioxide, right? And when we do this, it can also slow the heartbeat and lower or stabilize the blood pressure. Yeah, that's important because that's major. Deep breathing also calms you down because brain cells spy on your breath. And when we take deep breaths, it really does calm our triggering our neurons in our brain, which tells our brain, hey, it's time to relax. So we want to make sure that we deep breathe. We want to make sure that is critical. Do some deep breathing. Don't go to bed, even throughout the day. It doesn't have to be at night, but just deep breathe. Just remember to do that, because without sleep, our brains don't work well. So it's fair to say the train doesn't always go all the way into the station because we're just not thinking clearly. And we need to be on our toes at all times. Deep breathing exercises just may save your sanity, okay? So the next time you're feeling upset, anxious, angry, stressed, just take some time and deep breathe, because our emotions can run high at times and your breath becomes short and shallow. So you want to keep deep breathing. I can't stress that enough. So the dangerous sides to not getting enough rest, I'm just going to name a few, because I think if we're more aware of them, we're more mindful to see how we're sleeping. And let me interject right here. Sometimes we may need aids to help us sleep, like melatonin or, muscle relaxers or some type of sleep aid that you can buy over the counter. Those things are perfectly fine, but I would suggest not taking them on a regular basis, because you don't want your system to become immune to it. Because when you start taking them over and over, and then when it's time for you to really go to sleep and you may not have one or you may not have anything, your body's going like, you forgot to give me something, so I'm just not going to work the way I'm supposed to. So we don't want to become it. We don't want it to become a habit. So I'm going to list a couple of the downsides and the ways that our not getting enough sleep really affects us, okay? And it can also cause, if you don't get enough sleep, we can have a lot of serious health problems. Long-term health problems short-term health problems turn into long-term health problems. Things like blood pressure, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, heart failure, stroke, irritable, depression, the ability to making bad decisions, bad judgments, lack of alertness, impaired memory, relationship stress. It can make you feel so moody. You can have conflict with others. Your quality of life is just so, oh my God, it's robbing you of that. And greater likelihood of a car accident because you're not paying attention. Because how many times have you been tired and you just maybe drove somewhere and you're like, how did I get here? Or did I make that turn? Because you're so tired, you can't really focus. So we want to be mindful of that, because that can cause car accidents when we're really not paying attention on the highway. And we don't want to put anyone else at risk when we're exhausted. So if you continue to operate without sleep, you may see long-term serious health problems, like I just said. And chronic sleep deprivation also, like I said, it's repetitive. High blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, heart failure, stroke, and obesity, depression, lower sex drive. So we want to make sure that sleep is important. We definitely want to get enough sleep, because sleep also helps our skin to stay smooth. The cortisol can break down collagen, the protein that keeps our skin smooth. We need to keep our skin tight at night. We need to keep our skin tight, period. We got to keep looking good, so we must sleep. This right here is urgent. We got to sleep. So we need rest, because getting rest allows our muscles, nerves, bones, and connective tissue time to rebuild. We have to restore. Our bodies are wonderful machines, and our bodies know what to do, what to do to replenish and restore itself. Plus, we all know that when we get good night's rest, we wake up feeling ready to tackle the world. We feel rejuvenated, refreshed, energetic, alert, happy, and our immune system functions correctly, and we are less stressed and more focused. We are also able to show more kindness, love. We're mild-tempered, we're full of life, and we just feel a little bit more peaceful. So I'm going to leave you with this. Tonight, before you go to sleep, think of something that makes you smile. There is always something, no matter how bad your day may have been, to make you smile. You will sleep better, you will feel better, but once you wake and you face a new day with a positive mind, take charge of your happiness and sleep well. Well, that's my show for you today. Make sure you shoot on over to the Nezzy's Place website, where you can listen to previous episodes. And you can order your copy of Girlfriend, Your House is a Mess there, and connect with me on all social media platforms. Make sure to send me an email. This link will be accessible after the air date, so please continue to share and share and share. And like I always say, it's your house, your life, and your rules. Remember, this is the day that will never happen again, and we have to rest. It's a priority, a necessity, and our bodies need it to survive, just like water. Okay, guys, until next week, I am out. Sweet dreams, sleep tight. I love you, and good night.